Good afternoon. We're really excited to share new information on our first Market Street Lofts. These are located right in our town center. I'm Casey, the co-founder with my wife Laura of Seabrook, and just going to walk you through what these Market Street Lofts are all about. So first thing is their location. They're really it's a prime location within Seabrook, right in the heart of the town center, and they are very convenient to all of our shops and restaurants. Secondly, these lofts actually have some really incredible views out of four of the different lofts, looking out to the west through the trees out to the ocean that are protected views and make these, really iconic units. And then third, there's actually a rooftop deck that's shared by these six lofts. So it's a private rooftop deck with fireplace, barbecue area, tables and chairs, and outdoor furniture, intended only for these six units. So a really nice space to share with friends and family. And then finally, these lofts are really designed for people that want the lowest maintenance. They don't want to have to worry about when the building needs painted or our house needs painted or the picket fence. This is for someone that really wants something that's turnkey and really easy to manage, which is why a lot of people choose to purchase lofts above retail and right in the town center. So we're super excited about the ease of ownership with these particular lofts. So here on the right-hand side, you can see that where the red house is. That's where this building is located. There are balconies here on the north side of the building that look directly out to the ocean. And then, of course, these corner units have incredible views looking right out to the ocean, again, through these windswept trees, which are really our signature view here in Seabrook. Below, you can actually see the exact view of what these will look like. This is actually from our third story, but the second story is also very similar to this. And this house on the right-hand side, that's as far as the houses can go. And this view is again protected for eternity, based on the way our town plan was set up. This shows you the exterior of the building. Again, there are six individual lofts. We have one here on the left-hand side with its own balcony. This is a one-bedroom, approximately 900 square feet, 1.5 bath, nice size living, kitchen, dining area. And there's actually a space to add either a Murphy bed or some sort of desk that can turn into a set of bunk beds. There's some pretty amazing furniture out there these days that you could easily sleep 4 people, even up to 6 people if you had a sleeper sofa. But a lot of people that are looking at these are just like the fact that it's a one bedroom. If they have friends and family that come down, they can just rent a cottage or something close by. They don't need to necessarily host everyone when they come out. That's one of the beauties of Seabrook. Buy for yourself, and if you have guests, they can always rent a small cottage or a large house, depending on what they need. And then if you see these corner lofts, this is actually all one unit. So this balcony and this balcony are attached to the same unit, and it goes all the way from where my arrow is here to the center of these 2 balconies. And then there's one more down below. So these are really our most premium units in the building because they have those amazing western views from the balcony, and then they also have these western views from the north balcony, which also looks down to the through the town center. And this is really the ideal location for people that like to people watch, which is something a lot of people around here enjoy doing. Really, the activity in town is going to be one of the main attractions. And then finally, if you look to the right-hand side, you'll see these second floor lofts. These are both 2 bedroom, 2 bath units, And these will have views temporarily, but these do not have protected views, and they're actually priced accordingly. So these are a good value if you want to be in the town center. You actually want to have some views for a while at least, that you're not necessarily paying for in the price. But when the buildings, the additional buildings in the town center go up, they will be blocked. There's a possibility they will have still some peekaboo views, but we can't guarantee those views. And then downstairs, this is actually our hospitality lobby. So when people check in to rent their cottages or their homes here in Seabrook, they'll be checking into our a brand new beautiful lobby with offices. So again, when you think about ownership, this is really convenient. So when any of our owners are guesting anything, they just walk down the stairs and we're there to serve you. It's almost like a hotel lobby. So here's an image of what the rooftop deck will look like. Again, an outdoor fireplace. I believe this is going to be double-sided with outdoor furniture on both sides, and then this outdoor kitchen area with a barbecue. So great space to entertain and share with your neighbors. Again, not a lot of neighbors sharing this space, so I expect most of the owners and guests that are up there are going to be by themselves. But again, a great place to hang out. And you can kind of see the main street off into the distance. While the views are important of the ocean, we also think the views looking back into the town center itself are also a big part of the attraction here. So here's one of the our most premium loft here on the corner. Again, hopefully you can see my arrow. So we've got a kitchen, dining, large living room, pantry, full bath off the hallway that attaches to bedroom number 2. And if you did have someone sleeping in the living room, let's say you had a sleeper sofa or some other sleeping arrangement, can share this bathroom. And then the primary bedroom or the master bedroom, bedroom number 1, has its own private bath attached with double vanities, a walk-in closet. So again, great for someone that just wants to be able to come down here, bring their duffel bag, not have to think too much about having a house at the beach or a loft at the beach, and keep some of their items here in the unit when they're not here. Also a nice little entry with a bench to take off your shoes and hang coats, that kind of thing. The prices start in the mid $500,000 range for our smallest units, and then they go up into the upper 800s for our largest lofts. And then on the right-hand side, you can see one of the 2-bedroom units that doesn't have the protected views. So this would be definitely a better value if a view isn't important to you. Of course, we all want a view, but being in the town center and being in where all the action is and having all these shops and restaurants, and again, an easy access down to the beach within very short proximity, this is a great opportunity for someone that wants to be in town. So this is actually showing how these units all lay out. So the second floor above the lobby and where we'll do our check-ins, you can see Unit A on the corner. So this is one of the primary view units looking out to the ocean. And then Unit B, this is a 1-bedroom with an attached bath, and then also a half bath if you have a guest out in the main room. And then you see these 2-bedroom units. They're laid out a little bit differently, but they're approximately the same square footage. And again, these are the units C and D are the units that do not have protected views. They're going to have views for a while until all the buildings are built up, and there's a possibility they'll have some partial views when it's all said and done, but we just can't guarantee those views, and they're not priced into the unit. Where Unit B is going to have a fabulous view looking directly west out to the ocean from its balcony, and those views will never be blocked. The same thing with Unit E and Unit F. So again, one of our best units here in Unit E on the 3rd floor, which is where that picture was taken, and then Unit F with that great balcony right on Market Street, looking down into the town center, but also being able to watch sunsets and the ocean through those windswept trees. The other thing I like about the third floor is Unit E and Unit F have direct access to the rooftop garden. So you wouldn't have to use the stairs or the elevator. So just when you think about entertaining, having friends or family out here, you can just walk directly out to the rooftop garden, which I think makes these a little more special over all of the additional units. Now notice here too, we've got an elevator. So this is a three floor building with stairs, but we also have an elevator. So very convenient for anybody bringing up groceries or has a bad knee. These are fully accessible units, which makes them great for a vacation home, but also great for an investment property if you're planning on putting it into our vacation rental program. So also there's a lot of new things at Seabrook, and if you've watched some previous webinars, you've heard about some of these things, but if you haven't, we want to share a couple updates with you. The first one is we have just recently signed a partnership with Airbnb Plus. Airbnb Plus is really designed for people that want to rent a vacation home or a loft, but they want to know and have more certainty that the unit is well furnished and really comfortable and taken care of. And so that's why Airbnb created the Plus program, which means that they actually certify, they physically inspect each home or unit in this case, and make sure that it meets a 100-point inspection list. So Seabrook has added approximately 150 homes in our program into Airbnb Plus. Airbnb, fell in love with Seabrook about 9 months ago, and so we're really excited about this partnership and what this means for us reaching a broader audience as this partnership continues to marinate. The second big piece of news out here in Seabrook is something called the Qualified Opportunity Zone. So if you are someone that is looking for a long-term investment in Seabrook, there's never been a better time to buy. So what the Qualified Opportunity Zone means is that in the 2017 Tax Cuts and Job Act, these zones were created to encourage additional investment. And this got bipartisan support, both sides of the aisle. Not a lot of things that we all agree on these days politically, but this is something that everyone agreed on, that the intent was to bring trillions of dollars of investment out of stock portfolios and people selling businesses and selling real estate, and they can reinvest those dollars into a qualified opportunity zone like Seabrook. And what it allows them to do is defer their tax on the capital gains that they've sold for a period, I believe it's around 7 to 10 years. And they actually will get a discount on what the tax rate is at that time, at that 7-year mark. Again, you'd want to check with your CPA or someone that has expertise in qualified opportunity zones. And then more importantly, though, the investment that you make in the opportunity zone is tax-free after 10 years. So any gains that you make in that 10-year period would be tax-free. And if you're someone that's been tracking Seabrook and you kind of understand what's happening here, we believe that our future has never been brighter as our town center is now starting to blossom. So this summer, we're essentially doubling the number of shops and restaurants, which I'll have some more information on that here in a second. So this is how to put together a qualified opportunity zone. Of course, you want to find someone, a CPA that has an expertise in this, and we do have some names of people if you're interested to share, but we can't give tax advice, of course, and wouldn't want to give tax advice. We're just letting you know about this, government program. But the first thing is to create a qualified opportunity fund with your CPA and attorney, and then self-certify the quality or the qualified opportunity zone fund within the year of its creation. And then the third step is invest the capital gains into that fund. So if let's just say you sold $200,000 in stock and you put it in, once you take it out to avoid or defer paying the tax, I should say defer paying the tax, you would put that in the fund immediately. And then finally, you can purchase a home, or in this case, a loft that is in a qualified opportunity zone. So all of our information has come from our tax advisors at Deloitte, and they've vetted this thing, and they've actually helped us put this together. But like we said, you need to get your own advice from an accounting perspective, because everybody's situation is different. So here's actually 5 other homes in addition to the lofts that would qualify. One important part of the opportunity zone is it must be new construction. So if someone was thinking about purchasing a resale, that would not actually qualify, because the government wants new construction to create jobs and more opportunities for the economy to stimulate it. So that's why it has to be new construction. So we have houses priced from the low $400,000 range to now, even the $2 million range. But as long as it's new construction, it will qualify for this tax incentive. And this is just giving you a little update. And this is really the most exciting thing about Seabrook, is that we've now built about 430 homes, sold and built about 430 homes, and we've hit that critical mass. There's a lot of people out here on any given weekend, and more people living here full time, and so we can now support a really vibrant town center. So what you see here are the businesses. We're actually, where I am right now giving this presentation, is in our sales office, which is here. And then we have Joie de Livre, which is our new bookstore. It means joy of books. I probably butchered that pronunciation, but I did my best. And then Magnolia's is a women's clothing store. Brooklets, our new toy store, just opened. So these four businesses are now all open. This Cottage Rentals new home, this is actually the building we're talking about with the lofts in it. And this is where our lobby will be stationed. And then we have a new wine bar expansion that's going to be going in on this corner. This building hasn't started, but we hope to be starting that by the end of the year. And that's the projected, we're projecting to start that before 2020. And then we also have a new store that's about to open in the next couple of weeks, more apparel. It's Tides by Seabrook. And then Palette, which is an art gallery, which is basically curated artists with from the Northwest that we want to highlight in our town center. And so we're really excited about that being a great place for people to see our local art. And then Salt House Mercantile, we're really close to finishing our lease here. And this is like a kind of a luxury housewares and gift store. It's really beautiful. They have a store in Bainbridge Island right now. Excited about that. And I didn't mention, but Magnolia's also used to be on Bainbridge Island, and we're really happy to have them out here. And then we have Red Cedar Surf Company, which is really an outdoor outfitters store, from summer gear to winter gear, and really it's all about the Northwest. So we're super excited. That's actually Buck, who owns the bike shop, that'll be opening up the Red Cedar Surf Company, and you'll want to talk to him about some of the surfing opportunities we have coming up in the area. And then we have a new arcade that will be opening at the end of the summer, early fall. It's called Starcade, which is going to be an amazing kind of 80s retro arcade. So I'm personally looking forward to that, because I used to work in an arcade. And then we have a food truck court and beer garden that's actually under construction right now, and that should be hopefully open by the end of this month. And then dropping down, one of the food trucks for the summer is a Mexican restaurant, and they make everything from scratch. It's going to be one of our best restaurants here in town. So they're going to have a food truck for the summer, but by the fall they'll be opening up a new restaurant within Seabrook. And this will be our largest restaurant yet, and it's actually the most requested restaurant has been having a Mexican restaurant, and couldn't be more excited about the group that's moving in there and how serious they take their menu and the quality of the overall experience. And then Valley and Rose is a new flower truck that we have in town, and super happy to have them. Really animates the street, and people love an opportunity to get flowers for friends and family. And then the next building that we'll be starting will be Front Street Market, which is a new grocer. So now all of you that have been out here and you stop at the grocery store to get all your groceries to load up the car, it's usually kind of a hassle because you stop halfway or you stop when you get close to Seabrook. Now you'll be able to just drive down here and wait to do the grocery shopping here, which will just really enhance your experience and limit your time in the car when you get here. So our town center is, again, really blossoming, and this is just really the beginning. By, again, the end of the summer, we'll have almost 23, 24 businesses in Seabrook, which really makes it a destination for retail. And then one of the last things I have to share with you is that we did a partnership with the Department of Natural Resources, and we're building out an amazing mountain bike trail system. It's designed by Evergreen Mountain Bike Alliance and will be built by them. And if you actually are, again, someone that's familiar with Seabrook and has been out here, you can now kind of meander out there and see all these trails. This is 160 acres of land, and this is 20 acres bigger than Duthie Hill, which is one of the most popular mountain biking destinations on the West Coast, which again was designed by Evergreen Mountain Bike Alliance and built by them. So these are the preeminent guys and gals to design and build trails, and we couldn't be more excited about having this new destination for our homeowners, guests, and visitors. So thank you. Really appreciate you taking the time. Hopefully I answered some of your questions if you're interested in our Market Street Lofts, and also you have a better idea of what's coming in Seabrook. So let us know if you have any questions. Our sales team is here ready to help. Holly, Megan, Lindsay, myself, we're all here to answer questions. So thanks again, and look forward to hearing from you.